through this, I learned that you were kind of started off in musical theatre, really?
That's what I went to school for.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, I won a Grammy.
I do know that, yeah.
High school, that's how good I was. I don't really sing anymore. I've developed vocal nodules from whiskey and shouting. And so I don't have like the upper range I used to, and I also have no reason to sing. There's no longer a song in my heart. Yeah, so a lot of people ask me if I still sing and not in a professional capacity.
No, but that's an interesting way to go. And it's sort of, does it affect your stand-up, these nodules? Is it kind of, I mean, you're obviously still...
I lose my voice very quickly.
Yeah.
I lose, that happens a lot faster for me than other people. And again, I went to school for theater, so it's not like I don't have a back catalog of exercises and things to make myself better, but I rather just walk on and fuck the microphone. Like, that's how I like to do it. But I mean, as far as it affecting the vocal nodules affecting my stand-up, I lose my voice quickly. Yeah. And I sound like this now. A lot of times people are like, I love your husky voice. And I'm like, for a long time I was like, oh, I just sound like this because I just got done with a festival. And now I realize this is how I sound all the time. So my voice is deeper than it used to be.
Is there can you have an operation? People have had operations to
You can. I went to a doctor to talk about it once, and then I didn't go back. You can. Mine at the time were quite small. So they could have done it, but it's not causing me any like long-term problems right now. Basically, vocal nodules, for those of you who don't know what it is your vocal cords are like two little cords in your throat that just kind of vibrate back and forth. And it's like having a callus on one of them. And so when you speak, the vibration, more air gets through the vocal cord passage, and it can cause huskiness, and it's harder to create certain sounds.
Yeah. I mean, you know, your voice is your instrument, regardless of whether you're a musician. But I guess there's loads of interesting things from the stand-up, but I think, you know, I wonder whether how different things are coming from America and the stand-up scene in America, because you're so confident and sure of yourself on stage, which I think is brilliant.
Yeah.
But it's kind of not a very British. I know it's not a very British thing, is it, to have that confidence? But there's some that therefore makes it very exciting and attractive, I think. But
Thank you. I think, like, in the age of social media, it's maybe not to have a confident demeanor on stage, but I remember when I first came over to do the Edinburgh Fringe, again, this is when I still lived in New York, I put on whichever social media was the one that was happening at the time, something like, just crush my show, man, yeah. And a friend of mine, Andrew O'Neill, they pulled me aside and was like, hey, we don't really do that. And I was like, what do you mean? It's like, they were like, you can't just talk about how great you are. Like, people are gonna make fun of you if you do that. And now I see it all the time on social media and stuff. So I think with like Netflix and people being able to see more comedy from different parts of the world, certain styles are crossing over. But I mean, I don't know if every American stand-up comedian presents as confidently as I do as a stage persona. Like Mike Birbiglia, who you interviewed. Mike Birbiglia bounds on stage with confidence, and like Tig Notaro has a presence, has a beautiful presence on stage, but I don't think it's that like one would say like this like confidence, like look at me sort of thing.
But I think it's, you know, more people should be like it, you know, and especially probably British people. But it's that confidence in yourself and the belief in yourself. And
do you not have it?
I don't have it.
How old are you?
I'm very old.
How long have you been doing this for?
35 years.
Okay, so I was 3 when you started comedy, and you still don't believe in yourself?
I'm not.
Get your fucking shit together, man. If you believed in yourself, this would have sold out. By the way,
no one can do it in Northampton. No one can. It's impossible.
I mean, there's something though too that and this is a real bugbear of mine. No offense. Richard.
No, I'm none taken.
But when I hear someone be like, "Oh, you're so confident when you're on stage," another performer, another stand-up comedian performer is like, "Oh, I can't. It's always a white man." And no offense, some of my best friends are white men.
I'm not confident enough to. I'm not confident enough to be offended. It's fine.
Yeah. But they're always like, oh, I just couldn't do that because, I'm just a white middle-class man and who cares what I have to say, so I'm not confident at all. I'm like, well, then get the fuck off the stage. Like, people have paid tickets to see a show which you are performing on, and if you don't think you have anything of value or worth or joy or whatever you're trying to give to a room, then get the fuck out of my way. Like, no, listen, I am not famous. And do you know how mad I am about how many people are like, oh, I just accidentally do a comedy. I'm like, go fuck yourself. You're as confident as I am. You just pretend you're not.
But I don't know. It's also about the, I don't. It's very hard to say it in a way that isn't stupid. But it's being, happy in yourself and confident in yourself, and it's kind of, you've got a real fuck you, this is who I am, and I don't give a fuck what you think about that, which is what everyone should have. Everyone should have that.
I will say that is a facade. I hate myself. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think about it that much. I do, I don't think I'm going out on stage with this, you fucking take it or leave it, guys. But there is a very much this is me, and these are my stories, so this is what you get. And I'm not going to apologize for it. No. I'm going to give people the best show I can give. And then as far as the exuding confidence, for those listening on the podcast, I've dyed my hair blue. I have sparkly shoes, and that's just enough to distract people. That's what people think confidence is, but that's really just what I've done instead of getting a personality.
Well, I don't think that's true. But equally, I think society's become to this sort of and it's happened in the last 20 or 30 years, it's sort of a weird place where people expect people to look in a certain way, and if they don't look in that certain way, that they should hide away or be ashamed or whatever. And that's, and that's...
Why do you think people think I should hide away?
You and I both look like normal people.
Thank you.
I'm short and fat and,
And I'm average height, but also fat is what he's trying not to say. But it's okay.
You're not, so you don't conform to that stereotype.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
And so therefore to see somebody on stage and saying, this is what I am, and be glamorous and be, and be confident is a very important thing, is all I'm really saying.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that compliment. And maybe one day you, too, can be confident and unapologetically yourself.
Okay,
I think
try.
In another 33 years.
Another 33. Going to come on and go, this is who I am.
Is it? No. Yeah.
And if you don't like it,
get out. But I don't feel I don't know, maybe I am that combative on stage, but I don't... I'm unapologetic, but I don't think I'm you fucking take it. I don't know.
I just, I think more people, not just on stage, but in life, that should be it, because, we all are whoever we are.
Yeah.
And there's a few things you can do.
Yeah.
As you say, you can dye your hair, you can, I'm on a diet at the moment, I can lose some weight.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, that is peripheral stuff. It doesn't matter about what's inside you. And so you can only do a certain amount, and the real thing to do is to go, hey, none of that shit matters. It doesn't matter, and we're human beings, and this is what human beings are like, the vast array of humanity.
Everyone should have permission to unapologetically take up space in their own lives.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. I agree.
Yeah, good.
Good. Glad we've solved that problem.
We've sorted
On to the next.
It's all good.